Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my little corner of the world. If you're a return viewer, thank you so much, and I'm sending you all my love from Kenya. If you're a new viewer, karibu sana. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. And if you end up liking this video, give it a thumbs up. That's a way to support my channel because it shows YouTube algorithm that people are enjoying this video and it will share it to more people. So today we're gonna do the May setup for my reading journal. It's come a long way. We have already filled up January. I'm working on February, March and April, but the monthly setups are done. It's just filling out my thoughts. So all in all, we are up to date and it feels so wonderful. Continuing on this reading journal has been a profound thing. At first I was shy, intimidated, and I felt a bit weird because putting my art, putting all I've been thinking, putting all I've been feeling out in the world has been scary. But all in all, that courage to do something that you always wanted to do has been rewarding because it's been cathartic. It's been a way to express myself and it's been beautiful. If you'd love to see how I made this channel from scratch, which wasn't even hard to begin with, even if you don't like sewing like I don't, I've added a link to the video on the description box and also through the card on your upper right screen. Everything about this journal is handmade, from the journal itself to the bookmark, as you can see, which is easy. Maybe someday I will make a video on how to make handmade bookmarks. It's really easy because all you need is just to make a pom-pom, have ribbons and those trinkets that you add in the end. Since May is Mental Awareness Month, I use butterfly as my theme because I feel that process of a larva turning into a butterfly is fitting for someone who might be going through a tough mental state. And there's this quote by Toby Mark which we'll use on this cover page along with this drawing of a brain. I did my best with a brain. I'm not much of a drawer, so I did well. So the quote says, "Perhaps the butterfly is proof that you can go through a great deal of darkness yet become something beautiful." That just hits the mark for me, for someone who also has gone through a bit of some mental unrest sometime last year. It just makes sense, and that's why we're using it on the cover page. I do hope that you're taking care of your mental health, that you're filtering, that you're unlearning things that you accepted that are not true, and in the process growing. I had to go through all that. I usually do it, but for a long time I neglected my mind until I was forced to, and so we're doing so much better. We are back at creating. It's so fun and exciting, and this reading journal has just added so much life in me. It's more of a reading journal because I end up doing so much art in it. So if there's something that you have always wanted to do and you have been procrastinating or you have been afraid, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? So on the other side of our cover page for May, I will create a window. You know how much I love my windows. I love my windows. We gotta let the light in because it takes light to take darkness away from the room, On the other side, we'll have a circular image just to add some texture, and some variation from the whiteness of the pages. Usually this part I use a razor to cut a small portion, then I use a scissors because using a razor can be a bitch. So here is our window. Mind you, all I'm using are recyclable things around my home. For example, this see-through paper. When you go buy meat in the butcher, they wrap your meat in this. So I came back, cleaned it, recycle it, because our environment needs so much love. So that's what I'm doing. This circle that I'm using here, I found it in a magazine which we cut. My magazine, nobody else's. I need to respect other people's things. So we're gonna cut that out and stick it on our window. Yes, this is our resemblance of glass. Art is subjective. I deeply apologize for some portions on my video that are shaky. I have this tripod that is not stiff. It uses a flexible cord, so sometimes when my dog bumps against my desk it shakes. So I'm sorry if that makes you dizzy or something. Usually I use glue stick to attach the glass to a window. I know it still sounds funny. And then on the underside of our glass, or is it our art, I will cut out a silhouette of a butterfly, and you will see the effect later, because you saw me attaching a page on that circular texture of ours, and that's how it looks. No, that's not how it looks. We have not attached our, let's call it texture for lack of a better word. Now see how it will look on the other side. Yeah, just adding different layers on the pages to make it look fun. And that page will act as my TBR and book haul page if I'll haul any books. So we'll just have to see at the end of the month to see if we input any kind of books that we hold. I am welcome and open to receive books. Who doesn't like books? Who doesn't like receiving books? Who? Show me. And now to add a bit of sugar and spice to my cover page, because I felt it was just a tad bit too banal for my taste. I used these butterfly motifs that I cut out of my, those labels that come with yarn, because I buy yarn in bulk. I just took out those labels and cut the butterflies and used them. You see, recycling. You gotta be creative, man. And there we have it. Let me just say that some things might change. I might have decided to do this on camera, but later on I feel like this doesn't work. So some things might not look the same as we did on video. Might not change that much. But at the end of the year, when we do our flip through, we will see the overall outcome. So for this case, I wanted to attach a butterfly near our brain, but it just didn't work. I wanted to use the same texture that we used on the circular so that it feels like the two pages are connected, but I dumped that idea. On the next page we added the calendar for May. This part you need to be vigilant, because most of the time I either write 30 days and the month has 31 days, or I write 31 days and the month has 30 days. So you really need to be conscious. Michelle, you need to be conscious. That's the musician. So this is me finalizing my haul and TBR page. On to the next page. So on this page, this is our daily reading tracker. I'm still trying to find a perfect way to represent the stats. Most of the days I use that analogy that, for example, if today I read 66 pages, that mark will range between 51 and 100 pages, which is donated by a single color. So I input that on the chart, but it doesn't say exactly the number of pages that I've read. So on the side, I thought that I could add stats. I don't know how I will put it on that page so that it doesn't look crowded or having too much information, or I'll just leave that stats on my story graph. And so we're still on a journey of discovery. Next patient. So our next page is the content creation page. This is just where I organize mainly my Instagram and YouTube content. For Twitter and TikTok, we do inshallah and vibes. There's something about Twitter that's just so freeing and cathartic. I do not have to make a schedule of what I want to make. But for Instagram, I need to be intentional, and so as for YouTube. And you can see that I'm trying to make the page as interactive as possible. That rose is what is called a window. Then on the other side, I will write a quote about creating. Again, I want this journal to be as fun, interactive, creative as possible, to reflect who I am as a person. I thought that above that window I will add a butterfly, because butterflies help like pollinate flowers, for those who have forgotten their science. The next pages as follow. This one will be my brain dump from all the books that I've read so far. I've finished 2. I need to input them, so that's that. So this month marks Mother's Day and Africa Day. Mother's Day is tomorrow, Sunday 9th May, and then Africa Day will be the 25th of May. So those next 2 pages will be for poems that I've written. I thought that I will have a pop-up for the page, but that will be just too much. It will be just too much, including the fact that they will have a poem. So we dealt away with that. So it will just be a simple page. On the right will be the Mother's Day, because that's the celebration that will come first. Again, I used a picture to represent a mother, black and white. It's so beautiful. This lady is beautiful. This will be another window. On the other side of it, I might write something a bit personal. But don't you worry, the poem that I shall write for Mother's Day shall be live on my blog, shared on Instagram, and then a link also shared on Twitter, so you will not miss the goodness. So there we have it. I felt like it's a bit banal, so we'll add a washi tape to have it more secure, and then to add a bit of oomph on this already beautiful lady, we added a butterfly, because women are a mark of resilience, mark of strength, mark of beauty, and so is our butterfly. So there we have it. It looks like what are those called? A hairpin. I was about to say hairpin. Hey! So we are going to use this washi tape that has women on it. Perfect for Mother's Day representation. The other side, we shall use a map of Africa. Inside this map, we shall add positive attributes about Africa in different colors, and in different fonts, if I'll hack that. So all in all, let's put this washi tape and get going. Time waits for no man. I was still debating if I should add it to the whole box of this page, so I don't know if we shall do it or we shall stick to this simple one line. The next page is still an enigma. I know I am to make something artsy. I know that it should involve butterflies, but I still do not know what I shall write on it. Will it be favorite quotes? Will it be more brain dump? Will it just be art? But in the end, this is what I decided to do. I made like not exactly pop out art, but this is what I decided to do. It looks like you turn this page, the butterfly open its wing, you turn this page, it opened its wing. Instead of it being just 2D, it's 3D. Again, I tried to like maybe add an actual pop-up, but I felt that would be just a bit too much. But then again, at the end of the month, I might change my mind again. We're here to explore awesome things, and I felt like adding a different texture and color aside from the white. Now you see the dilemmas, you know. But then again, you may just see this at the end of the year, so we shall have to wait and see. And that being said, also I thought I'd add, you know, graphics of keep your mind tidy, of a man meditating, because I'm back on meditation journey. We have been doing great, and because again, mental awareness month, that just makes sense. But will we do it? I don't know. So on this next page, this is the summary page. We're on the last part of our May setup journal, where we shall dump all the stats for the month, and we are going to use a butterfly window. And if you've reached this far in the video, just drop a butterfly emoji to say I appreciate what you've done. Finally, let's do a flip through. Here is my whole freaking journal. I created an elastic to hold the book because it's expanding way more than I expected, and given that while making the journal I didn't add this elastic on the hardcovers, just did a makeshift. Again, I love everything about this book because everything I'm using is handmade, elastic and some skull trinket. So let's do a flip through. Here is our May setup. Nothing much has changed at this point. Just added a few things here and there. We started inputting data. Example as shown. We've read 2 books already. I'm on my 3rd and 4th. The first, Phone Call from Heaven and The Girl and the Stars, which I'm immensely enjoying. Now this is what I was saying. For example, on day 11 I read like 134 pages. It is marked by pink color, but you cannot see the number of pages. And as for the content creation page, YouTube's stats has been written down, and as of the 3rd of May we reached 100 followers. So I want to say thank you so much. For my brain dump, I haven't done my Eba in the Ashes and Rain Returned, both books which I really loved, and I know those pages will be filled up. For the rest of the pages, keeping with the butterfly theme, I will write down my thoughts as I finish those books. Here is my page for the Mother's Day poem and Africa Day poem. Nothing has changed. As for the pop-up, again, nothing has changed. I'm still brainstorming on what I shall input there. For my summary page, here we have it, the window operating well. So I want to thank you for watching this video until this point, and I hope that you'll get to read more books that will add more pleasure to take off the pressure of life. And please do that one thing that you have been really wanting to do but been procrastinating or afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. What's the worst that can happen? Just do it. So until our next video, bye.